What's up everyone, Ian and Molly here. What we're going to take you through today is going to be a really challenging series on the hip, specifically in hip IR from this sideline position. Now when we're working on hip R, it can be very challenging for certain people to really get into certain things, especially the 90-90. So if you haven't seen the blog post yet, definitely check it out, The Ultimate Guide to the 90-90 at marcotrainingsystems.com, right under the blog section. But what we're basically seeing is a lot of people end up with actual knee pain when they're in the 90-90, especially in the trail leg on the inside of the knee. So what we can look at and say is, yeah, your hip probably isn't comfortable there. It's probably not able to access that position and it tugs on the knee. But we can also say, hey, the knee should have the capacity to really operate there as well. And even if it's having to pull more weight, we want to be able to pull as much weight as possible so that it's resilient in even the situations that go wrong in sports and everyday life. So we're going to start off with a passive range hold, which I also did not tell Molly that we were going to get into this. So this is pure right in improv. Take a big deep breath in, exhale everything out. I want to really see her actually pull her left side away from the ground so that she's really using those obliques. Spine is nice and neutral. No need for us to really overflex or overextend in any way. The knee is going to stay basically here with the block below. If it's trapping the knee, the hip won't rotate as well, and you probably miss out on some degrees. So I want you to be relatively soft on this and try to lift this foot as high as you can actively. Good. So you can see Molly's pretty damn good. We're going to go ahead and have her here. She's going to take a big deep breath again, fully exhale, relax your hip completely. And you can see we have just a little bit more internal rotation that we can get passively. Now she's going to work really hard on the TFL and all this stuff right here to really lift off my hand. On the count of 3, I let go. And we make sure that she's not crushing the ground on the left side. 3, 2, 1, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax. Good. So that's how we can do a passive range hold, especially manual assisted with the coach. Now, we don't want to pull her into any closing angle. There's no pinching. The hip is perfectly fine there. It's just challenged. Now, from there, we could go ahead and go into end range liftoff. So say I had her go right back to there. She's going to try to lift off my hand. 1 Mississippi and down. Good. I could put an ankle weight here. I could have her come to here on the count of 3, hold here like a passive range hold. 3, 2, 1, hold. Now I want you to take 10 seconds to go to the ground. So I'm going to give her some load, 10, slower, 7, 6, 5. So she's slowly resisting my hand and grooving the eccentric on the way down. I could have her go into my hand, push up. Again, I would rather just do this with an ankle weight. I'm just giving you guys a representation, and then she can push all the way to her end range. So there's a couple of eccentrics, passive range holds, and liftoffs that we can use within this setup. Now, the other thing that we want to think about is what we're talking about with the knee. So having her in this position, we know that this isn't her end range, but let's put her in a little bit less. From here, she's just going to try to turn the knee in and out. So we're just trying to get the eye of the tibia to rotate all the way in, rotate all the way out. If the knee is just turning, then her foot won't really drop too much in height because the hip is staying in relative in that IR, that internal rotation. So we want to really be able to maintain that. So there's just rotation. Now I want her to turn her knee out. Good. Now holding that, I want her to almost straighten out, so maybe come a little bit forward, and now reverse it and just curl the hamstring. Let's try to curl heel to butt, so it's a full range of motion. And now again, all the way out, and then all the way back. And the whole time she's trying to maintain that tibial external rotation or turning that red towards the ceiling. Now from there, she's going to reverse it, rotate in, straighten all the way out. And here's the hard one, because she's got to try to maintain internal rotation and tibial internal rotation. So her foot needs to stay high while her knee, that's not fun, it's very hard. So let's go through a full rep now. Rotate out, straighten all the way out. Almost, you could straighten all the way out, but just make sure that you unlock and then try to turn the knee in and then come towards me with the flexion. So again, really maintaining an impressive amount of IR, good. And now she would rotate out again to go into her next rep, and you can just relax that, good job. So what we just broke down there, capsule car. So can you rotate your knee while your hip stays in IR? Basically, do you have space with that knee capsule while you're in a similar position of where you might feel your pain in your 90-90. Then we broke it down further into keeping internal rotation, flexion and extension, or straight and bend. Then we took it the opposite direction. Can you keep external rotation or turn the tibia towards me, their shin bone, right? And flexing and extending. Then we just did the whole circle, so a whole knee car from here with the focus on maintaining internal rotation. If you have any questions about that, let us know. Really great way every single week, add a couple of reps, add a little bit more intention, a little bit more overall radiation, and that's a great way to progressively load this and really get the mobility gains from it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.